Hey y'all, so I'm about to head up to this place to do a drug test. I look so washed out. To do a drug test for this job, and I'm really excited not to do the drug test, but just to like be one step closer to getting started. But I want to talk about me working as an agency nurse and like why I'm done with it. Well, I'm pretty much done with agency nursing, especially as an RN. I feel like this was the best time for me to get out the game. get out the drug game, get out the agency nurse game. I had to get out the game, man. Let me get back to y'all. Hold on. Okay, y'all. So I just got done doing my drug test, as well as I didn't know they were gonna do a fit test, like a respirator thing, and they drew blood. Like they did a lot, dang it. I guess because I ain't ever worked at a hospital, I didn't know they do all of this. But they do the drug test right away. She's like, okay, it's negative. I'm like, oh shit. Like, I thought it was gonna take a few days. Like, y'all tested right here and there. What if it was positive? Y'all tell me right then and there. Well, I guess it's better than waiting. So I've been an agency nurse. Oh, girl. I've worked as an agency nurse, meaning I've worked as an independent nurse, independent contractor through an agency. The agency pays me and they help me to see like what facilities need nurses. But I've been basically an independent contractor, meaning I get a 1099 instead of a W-2. I've been doing that for about 4 years consistently without working as a floor nurse. So a regular staff floor nurse, like actually working for a facility, being a part of the culture of that facility and the politics and the policies and all of that, having a direct supervisor. Like, I have not done that for 4 years out of my 8 years of nursing. So the reason that I'm deciding to go ahead and get into the hospital and to work as a staff nurse, one, because of the opportunity that I landed, which I'll put that video somewhere down there, right, so you can see it. But two, because I believe that as an RN, if I want to continue in this field in nursing, like, I have to get my clinical skills on point as an RN. Like, it's one thing to be an LPN and to still have nursing home experience. Like, I've been in nursing homes for 8 years as an LPN and as an RN. Well, a year as an RN, 8 years as an LPN. And so it's one thing to have that experience, but to not have any other experience outside of nursing, like, it just, if I wait too long, I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna be marketable, like no one's gonna want to hire me, but you gotta have your experience in nursing. Like, you have to have at least that solid year somewhere doing something, right? So I figure if I'm going ahead and going to go into the hospital, let me do a year. I'm planning on maybe like milking this, not milking, but kind of milking this position that I got for as long as they're gonna let me do it. I'm thinking I'll go up to a year working. So right now I'm gonna be working on an ortho/med-surg unit in a hospital as a PRN part-time employee. It's PRN part-time because they still like make it mandatory that you work at least 2 days a week, but it's PRN because you kind of can choose which days. I don't know, it's not really PRN, it's more so like part-time, but you get paid like agency pay. You really get paid like travel pay. But anyhow, I'm gonna do, and you do contracts. Like, you could do 6-week, 10-week, or like 12-week contracts. If you already watched all this stuff in other videos, I'm sorry, I just have to repeat if people who haven't done it, who haven't watched it. But anyhow, I plan on doing that for maybe a year, get my weight up, get that 1 year of like med-surg experience, and then go ahead and transfer into an ICU unit. Or that's kind of redundant, ICU unit. But anyways, transfer to ICU department and do that for about 2 years, because my path, I don't know for sure, might be CRNA. Ever since I've learned about CRNA, I've been interested because I really love the idea of being like a specialty, like specializing in something, being that person that people are like, get the nurse anesthetist up in here, we need to get this airway. Like, I need that, okay? Like, I want to be able to be that person that can do that can like just specialize in something, like really know something really well, because my default like energy is more like a generalist. Like, I like to know a lot about everything. But I think as a nurse anesthetist, it'd be nice because I'll still have my independence. Like, you can really work as an independent contractor as a nurse anesthetist. You can work at a facility, as a W-2 employee. You can work in peds, dental, of course, surgeries. You can do obstetrics. There's a lot that you can do with CRNA, and the pay, of course, is great. They're probably always looking for CRNA, especially if you have that OB experience, because people are going to keep having babies and keep needing those dang on bundle blocks and epidurals. So definitely need that. And then, of course, emergency surgeries, they're going to need an anesthesiologist, or CRNA, I should say. So the job mobility, or the ability to get a job, is there. It's a specialty. I've looked at schools. Now, of course, I don't even have ICU experience. I don't even have my bachelor's degree, but I'm looking now so that I can just take those steps. Even before, when I was a CNA, I was looking at bachelor programs to see like what my options are, because I feel like with nursing, like you really do have to plan like 5-10 years ahead, honestly, because it's like one school will want you to do this, one school will want you to do this, and let's say you have to have like experience, like with CRNA, you have to have at the very least 1 year of ICU experience. So if I didn't know that, I would think, okay, I'm cool, let me just go to school. And then like, nope, you gotta have a year of experience. Like, dang it, like I wasted all this time. I could have went to school I could have went and got into an ICU department. So anyhow, I'm looking at schools. I did find a school in South Carolina. I know that's super random. I live in Missouri right now, but I did find a school in South Carolina that's not charging too much, and they have because CRNA school is very expensive. From what I've seen, it can be up to like $100K to get it, because they make like $200K a year. So anyhow, what was I gonna say? I was looking at that one because you don't necessarily have to have your bachelor's in nursing. You can be an associate's degree nurse, and you can have a bachelor's in science degree, any type of like basic science degree, along with your ADN to go ahead and apply. Of course, you have to have the ICU experience. And then South Carolina is a compact state, so that's cool. I don't have to change my nursing license, which is what I love about like having a compact state license. I need to get my Illinois license too, because I might pick up some shifts there. I don't know. That's a whole other situation. You see my mind going all like this, like, anyways. So I like that because I could get a degree in like chemistry, and then I really feel like that would help to transfer into the CRNA, because it'll already start getting my mind like really thinking about formulas and numbers, and like really like critical thinking, and like just having that strong science. Look at that ring, blank, and like that strong science background that you need for CRNA. So it might be something that I do. I don't know. But I don't even have hospital experience yet. We're going to be starting that next month. That's why I was here getting this drug test. And I'm just going to see. I'm excited to see like where I go with this, and if I even like the ICU, and if this is even the path for me. I tend to not really, I don't want to say I don't like to commit to stuff, but like my ideal of things is just be led to where you're gonna go. And because of that, like sometimes it's hard for me to commit to something that I know is gonna take a long time to accomplish, because I'm just like, what if I don't really want to do that? And then with CRNA, it's kind of like that's your specialty. Like I was watching a video, this guy was saying, usually with like NP, nurse practitioners, you'll see them get off the floor, leave that provider role of a nurse practitioner and go ahead and pick up shifts on the floor, as a regular floor nurse. You'll see them do that, but he was like, you really don't see that with nurse anesthetists, because we are the ones that are like calling the shots when something's happening. Everybody expects us to know what's going on. Like there's no answers. I'm gonna put his channel up, but he's like, there's no answers. Like there's no correct answer on a test that says like contact the doctor or contact something. Like, no, you're the person that's supposed to know. So he's like, to go from, and he's like, even like when it comes to meds, like you'll just have all those meds in front of you and you have to formulate how much you're gonna need for this patient. Like no one is telling you, no one's giving you orders. you are the one doing it. Like, you're the provider, you're the one that's giving the orders, you're the one that's having to check with yourself to make sure it's correct. So to go from that role, then working in the floor, he was like, that's kind of it's because it's totally different mindset shit. Like, as a nurse, we're like, let's call the doctor and get the order. You might have an idea of what the doctor's gonna tell you, but you know, you still have to go through the doctor. And he's like, it's a total different mind shift to go from knowing that you're the one to then being the one that's like having to do all these checks and balances with other people, and then putting yourself back in that mindset of like, okay, I'm the one, like I have to think for myself kind of mindset. So I was like, that does make a lot of sense. I can see how that would be hard to go back and forth between those two worlds. But I'm sure it's doable, especially if I wanted to take a break from CRNA and then go work on the floor. But child, that price cut, that pay cut, I can't see how that would transfer. But hold on, yeah. But if I wanted to get the experience, just working, doing something else, yeah. But I'll just see. I'm gonna, because originally I wanted to teach at one point. I wanted to just get a lot of experience working like in the ER, ICU, working in different departments, different settings, just to see what I like. But y'all let me know, like, where do you feel like your nursing career is going? Then I'm just like, do I even want to do nursing anymore? Which, y'all, when I was freaking not even a CNA yet, I was thinking like, do I really want to do this? Like, do I really? So I've been thinking and questioning healthcare for the past 10 years. I've also thought about holistic nursing, holistic care, but I really do want to specialize in something and like have that real like critical thinking. Plus I love school, so like I'm just excited to maybe go back to school, but I gotta actually do the work too. Like, I can't just be like, I love school, and then when it comes down to be a CRNA, I'm like, I'm done. I don't really want to do this. Like, I can't do that. But anyhow, what I also was looking at with the South Carolina school is that you can do your first year, your first 2 semesters are online, which I was just like, do I really want to do that type of school online? I don't know. But they're like ranked somewhere. I forgot where they're ranked as far as their numbers, but they're up there, and the price is pretty good. And I've been thinking about the Carolinas anyways, because I want to live by some water, or at least be able to get to water kind of fast. And anyways, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, like the first 2 semesters are online, so I was like, they might work with me and my family, because my husband's about to go back to school too. So if like my first 2 semesters online, it could probably be like his last year of school. I could be doing my first 2 semesters. Might throw a baby in there. I don't know. Yeah, that's a whole other video, whole other thought process. I might throw a baby in there somewhere. I don't know. That's another thing. Like, does anybody ever talk about like, how can you be a woman? And I know people talk about this, but like giving birth and thinking about children, like that's a real thing. That career family thing is real, child. It's so real. It is so real. Like, men don't have to think about none of this. I mean, I guess they do to a certain extent. Especially they're like, okay, if my money ain't there, I got to make sure my money is there so my wife can take time off of work, or that my partner can take time off from work, so that I can hold it, and I can hold it down for her while she's at home with the baby. That's a lot. But anyways, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. That's just me rambling real quick about like what's going on in my head. Of course, the first step is what I'm already taking, which is to start this job. Today is my husband's birthday, so I need to get my butt home, make him some breakfast. I'm kind of thinking like, let's just go out for breakfast, but I did buy some stuff to make breakfast, so I think I'm just gonna do that, make some breakfast for him. But I love y'all. I appreciate every last one of y'all for watching the channel, for being here for my growth. And I just have to commit, like I've already committed like a decade to healthcare. At first I was a CNA, now I didn't build myself up to a RN, from CNA, LPN to RN. Like, let's keep going. The reason why I have not decided to do my BSN right now is because my goal is to do this for however long I can, up to a year. This being this job that I'm at, because the pay is really good. I'll get that med surg experience. The hours are exactly how I need them to be for this stage in my life. So do that for a year, and then get into a hospital on an ICU, in the ICU department, and then get that sign-on bonus, child. Whoever offering it, I want to get it. So get a sign-on bonus. Hopefully they have it for ICU. I don't know, but do that. Have them pay for my BSN, and then get my experience, and then start doing the pathway towards applying for a CRNA program. I would definitely want to probably have about 2 years of ICU experience before I go for CRNA, just because I want that, you know, experience. But I'm sure maybe after a year I'll feel pretty confident about it. I don't know. We just have to see. I might do like 1 year of ICU experience, and then I don't know if there's any other departments that would help me to get ready for CRNA. I really want us to do ER too, so I might do like ER first, then do ICU. I'm not sure. I might just jump into ICU, but whatever that happens to me, or whatever comes to me, is going to come to me. Whatever I need moving forward, or it might not even be CRNA, it might be something else. So I got to leave myself open to what what is out there for me, because if I just focus in on one thing and I get my teeth synced into it, I know me, like that's what I'm gonna do. Even though I say I don't like to commit to stuff, but once I do commit to it, like it's kind of like a dog with a bone type of thing. So I have to like make myself be like more open to the process and be like, okay, this is what I want, and whatever fits into that box, that's what I'm gonna get. Like I'm okay with that, but this is what I want. Definitely know I want the autonomy. I definitely know I want to have that specialized, I want to be in a specialty. Like I want to have that thing that I really, really know really well. I also want to be able to work in different work settings, and I want to be marketable. Like I know with NP, it's so many NPs out there, and sometimes it's hard for them to find work, honestly. And I want something that's kind of like exciting, like it's just a little like thrill there, like ooh, a little, you know, something to keep the juices flowing. I don't want anything that's gonna feel stagnant. I want it to always feel like I'm moving, growing, and doing something. So yeah, we'll just see the trajectory of it all, and I'll give you all updates on this new job I'm gonna be starting next month. I know I need to start practicing on my EKGs, like relearning them or refreshing, do a nice little refresher before I start, because I am going to take an EKG course and you have to pass that. So I'm gonna get myself kind of back in the groove of learning that over the next few weeks before I start, and that's about it. So that's basically why I feel like I need to leave long-term care, because I've been doing it for too long. And also I'm going to do a separate video about this, but being an agency nurse for too long, I feel like it definitely changed my mindset when it comes to nursing, and I don't like that. I don't want to have an agency nurse mindset no more. I get it, like I've been preaching it for a minute, but that's not necessarily what I want right now, and I'm gonna do a separate video about that. Like that lone wolf energy, like that, you know, we all are here for ourselves type of energy, that, you know, do your best and leave the rest energy, like that. I still agree with that, but it's becoming like too much in long-term care. It's just, yeah, it's getting crazy. I mean, it's been crazy, but I'm just done with that. I want to get back into the fold of a team, of some structure, of like feeling like I'm learning new things, feeling like everybody's being held accountable, having somebody I can actually like give report to and know I'm going to see them tomorrow. So we're both, you know, working with these patients, working like we have some type of rapport. There's something there, so that I know, like, I just love that part of nursing, when you know you can like give report to somebody, and it's like I haven't had it in a very long time, but it's just like when you can't do something, or if something happens, like you can put it off to the next shift, then they can put it off to you, and like things can just get done, versus like you just talk to a random nurse that's just like, yeah. And we don't really know, like none of us really know, because we don't work here. So it's kind of just like, okay, let the other nurse deal with it, because it's like, I don't really know what they do here. I'll send a fax, but is that what they're supposed to do? Like, should we call somebody? I don't like that. I just want to like be in that structure again. I want to go back into the fold, okay? And plus, these agencies, like I have put up shifts for LPN and RN this week, have not got any shifts. I haven't got any freaking shifts this week. So it's dried up, y'all. It's dried up. It's really dried up. The shifts are dried up. I'm not gonna even lie. Now, granted, I was trying to get some day shifts. That might be what it, but y'all got the day shifts up here. So like, why y'all not letting people pick up? I don't know. But it is what it is. Oh wait, let me see if I can pick up this shift. I don't want to do this, but we'll see. Okay, I requested that one. We'll see if they need me there. But I'll let y'all go. I love y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.